Hello everyone and welcome to Kian's Cultivating episode 6. Today is no longer wood chip content. You can be quite happy with that in the sense of I won't be recording it. If I do have to do anything wood chip, I'll leave it out the videos. I feel like you guys are sick of that by now. So today is actually just going to be odd jobs. So say I've got to clean up in here, pull away some ground sheet that's kind of contaminated over there a little bit. I've got to measure out for the new beds. So yeah, I've got a lot of little jobs. I also need to put down the slabs that I brought to bring the path a bit more. I haven't brought the actual slabs yet, but this is like the edging that I need to put down. So I'm going to be doing that. So yeah, it's just these little odd jobs here and there I need to do. So join me today as we do that. Right, so welcome to job number 1. What I'm going to be doing is, as you guys know, I brought this stuff here from home base. Basically what I'm going to be doing is just kind of laying this across here, like in conjunction with that, to bring it out a bit more. So I just also brought out my trowel just to dig up some dirt, obviously to kind of flatten out a bit because it's a bit of a wonk at the moment. So I do want it to be as straight as possible. So I'm going to trowel this flat, then start laying these down. I need to fill in that gap there a bit more. Because as you can, I'm not sure if you can see it here, but there's a bit of a indent here where I took away some earth with the chipboard. So yeah, I just need to fill that gap in. Fingers crossed now that is flat enough to put the first one down. Do I do it? Why it's not as high as that? Alright, I need to bring it up a bit higher because it's quite flat. It's too flat now. Let's see how that does. Move that down the way. Right, yeah, so as you can see there now, that's the kind of the plan. So I'm going to bring it all across through here. Hopefully, if I've got enough of these slabs to fill that gap in, and then I'll get some more slabs here. I'll bring it across this bit here. I won't bore you with the details there. I'll just continue doing that myself, and I'll get back to you once I've done that. There we go. That is slab number 2 down. So I reckon I have enough, then some. So we can figure out what we can do with those slabs. Maybe just use them for part of the footpath or something. We'll figure that out when we get to it. So I'm going to lay the rest of them down. I'll get back to you when I get there. That's slab number 3 done. That's number 4 done. Is now slab number 5. Obviously they're a bit crooked, but I do need to figure out how to straighten them eventually. So they're on there pretty tight. Hopefully it won't come up. Then so we'll lay the next lot of slabs across here. So then the slabs will come out to about here, which then means the space for the beds should end about here. Right, now we're on to job number 2, which will be measuring out the beds. Job number 2 is I need to measure out these beds to figure out how long I need them, because I need to buy some wood for the sides of it. I'm umming and ahhing between sleeper planks and used scaffolding boards. Obviously there's pros and cons to each. Pros for sleeper planks is they are thicker, so will last longer outside, but the cons to them, they are very expensive. So like for about that much worth of sleeper plank, you'd be paying over 20 quid a bit, which obviously for me, that'll be almost 600 quid worth of sleeper plank, which I'm not willing to spend the money on that just yet. Whereas scaffolding board is obviously treated and is used a lot more outside, or sleeper planks are as well, but the scaffolding board is obviously a lot lot cheaper, but it is thinner, so it can rot a lot more. So the caveat to that one, I need to then paint it just to then hopefully mean it won't rot as quick. So like I said earlier, the slabs will hopefully come out to about here. If I actually use one of my slabs as like a reference point, so that comes out to here. That means now from here, so from this point here, I'm not sure how well you can see it on camera, all the way to there is how long the beds are going to be. So if I can get this over here, I'm just going to use that and then measure from that afterwards. Oh yeah, you know what, if I get that out there, then come over here. Right, so we're looking at 16 feet. That's not too bad, because it means I can then get 2 8-foot long scaffolding boards. So 8 foot, 2 of those, yeah, to there. There's roughly about 16. Obviously there'll be a bit of room for cutting stuff. Bring that in there. One of those would be enough for that. We just, so it's 16 foot there. 16 by what though? Obviously I need to do it a bit short, so I might even do it the width for one of these, maybe a little less. So if I go from here, say there, we're looking at about, do I do it a metre? 16 foot is quite big, so I can sacrifice that metre. So 16 foot by 1 metre. Alright, then, so I can grab a couple of 6-foot ones, which would be 2 metres. Yeah, so I need like 3 or 4 of those, and that will hopefully then be the, that will hopefully then fill in those gaps. So that's handy to know. So I know now the measurements for that, so I can proceed to start looking for wood, which I am going to get from a reclaim yard as long as the slab's there. I'm hoping to pop down there this weekend to buy those. So another little job I need to do, and more of that at Lee's plot, is that chipboard I removed last week. I need to move over to the fire pit. So just watch me drag this stuff along, because why the hell not? You can also break it down into little pieces so it's easier to transport. It's one piece. Yeah, let me turn you there so you can actually watch this. Oh, as you can see, where it's rotted and moist, it's breaking up really easily. So I need to try and get this over here without causing too much of it to break, because I don't really want it on here, even though I am going to remove the ground sheet. I just don't want too much more wood chip added to this. Oh, great, just completely break down the point I was just making. This is like completely rotted, I think, where it's been down for such a long time. It's just disintegrated basically. Right, that's the bulk of that. So now what I need to do is move this ground sheet. This said the wood chip content was over, but never said the ground sheet content was over. Need to move all this ground sheet out the way to then clear this up. I'll bring it over this way, so if there is any wood chip, it'll go over this area and not into the area we just cleared. Right, so this is the area that has the majority of the ground sheet left on it. So what I'm going to do is just start peeling it up, hopefully. The only problem with this one though is it is fabric ground sheet on top of normal ground sheet as well, but it does peel somewhat easier. Right, that's one bit of ground sheet gone. That's another piece with a lot of roots on it as well, which is not fun. Right, that's that piece done. And now with the plastic ground sheet, which is down, which is obviously going to be a lot more delicate, I might roll it this way to begin with. Oh, there's ground pegs on it, great. Took it back completely to square one. There we go. Maybe because this piece was in a, I don't know, maybe shaded a bit more or something, it seems to actually want to stay in one piece a bit better. Like you can see now, that's a lot clearer. What I might do is with the bit of excess wood chip, break that across off camera, obviously, and then just so it's a bit covered. So I might just add a bit more grip to these little slippy parts. And now that edge is off, let me pull the edge on here, see how well that comes off. Whew, was that? Yeah, still attached. Right, that's sweet. So that is mainly clear now. So it's just gonna be probably a wheelbarrow job this to get the rest of this wood chip over to the compost bin. Right, so Now I know that's not going to take me forever, I can come back down another day and continue that. But now we're going to go into job number 3, which I think Eleanor would love to see, which would be filling up the bird food feeder. As you can see, before I actually go and get the bird food, is this is full last time I came down. I say last time, it'd be the last 2 times I came down. This is actually bone dry now. So that means they've enjoyed their little feast. So I'm going to go grab the bird seed Eleanor brought, fill this back up, and then see what other jobs he needs to do. Oh, yeah, that's right, we need to clean up. So let me go grab that bird seed real quick. Right, so this is our bird food. This is a Peckish Complete Seed Mix. So I'm going to fill this back up for her. We do have some more bird houses to fill up at some point as well. Try not to waste too much of it. There we go. So that is nice and full for the birds. Fingers crossed. Let me just fill it a bit more. There we are. Just put that down on the ground so I don't knock it off the side, and then we'll attempt to lock this back in. Oh, that's definitely locked now. Good. And I don't know what to do with this now, because obviously it did hold the mealworm food in, but that's gone. We do have this like dish for the mealworm food, which is got on another bird feeder we have. So I'm going to leave that hanging up here for now, just in case, I don't know, someone likes to sit in it, or it might fill up with some water and they can drink out of it. So now we're going to go on to, I don't know what job that would be. This would be job number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And basically we're just going to go inside the polytunnel and give that a quick clean, because I have been neglecting inside there for a little while. Right, so one thing I have neglected for a while is keeping in here clean. So I'm not sure if you guys can see, but so I've just got bits and pieces littered about. So for my final job, I'm just going to give in here just a neaten up really, because it does need it. It's so I've neglected it quite badly. I do feel quite bad for it. So right, let me grab. Did I buy bin bags? I think I did. No, I didn't. Right, on to plan B. Smith's Toys bag, because I have a massive Lego collection at home and spend way too much money in Smith's. So let's go around, collect up all this cardboard, bits of plastic, so all these bits of rubbish on the floor basically, just to make it here a bit more presentable, because it's, I've neglected it. That's why I haven't really used it as my intro spot very often, or if I have used it, I've made sure to hide the majority of the backgrounds. That's that. Don't worry guys, I will be separating the plastics and that. So I'm just putting it all in one bag, and I will separate it in off camera. Do you feel like I could use the car? I'm not, do you guys know if I can recycle it with, obviously they've got the plasticky stuff on top of the cardboard. I don't think you can, but if you guys let me know if that can be composted, because if it can, I'll do that. If it can't, obviously I'll dispose of it through regular means. A lot of this stuff is from this. A lot of it's been building the lawnmower, building a lot of stuff. Has left a lot of rubbish lying about. So need more plastic. I don't really want that, because if it blows into there, it won't be very nice. Big boxes. We can go with the big boxes behind here. Bird food, that needs to go away. Cans of drink in the bin. Yep, that can go on there. You know what? I'm going to quickly stick my fork in this again, turn it all up, and I'm actually going to pour out my Super Bro onto here. And then, obviously I do need to buy some more bags of this to go out there as well. But yeah, might as well get rid of that, so then that area is a bit more clear as well. This is my Voss water, not sponsored. Yeah, you know what, let's do that. If I do this side first, turn this up, and I can take some, how do I have? 3, 6, 7 did. Yeah, I think Eleanor used one. Yeah, 7, yeah, there's meant to be 8. But obviously I let Eleanor use one for her flowers, because obviously it is meant for that, but it might also be quite good for the flowers. This ground is really nice and soft actually. Obviously where the moisture gets in here, it's it does stay quite humid in here constantly. Right, so now I can use 4 bags over this, and then I'll use 3 bags over the other side. Just rest my fork up here. I'm gonna use 4 bags over here, 3 bags over there, then rake it all in together. This isn't one of those split bags, is it? Good. Definitely gonna need more of these, but I started off with 8 and they are reasonably cheap, so I can buy some more of them if needs be. A bit more over here. Sorry about the green thing in the corner. This was tarpaulin I've been using to cover my lawnmower, just to hopefully so it won't get wet. Bag number 3. Bag number 4. So what I'm going to do is I'll get my rake and give this a quick once over. There's obviously big clumps of stuff in here as well. Maybe it's manure. Right, so that's that side done. Now we shall go over to the end. So break that up with the turning fork and then use these bags. And then that also means I can move this pallet out of the way, which will make it look a lot cleaner in here. This is the area I've got fish doing. First of all, I better move this out of the way. Don't want that in there. No, I said I was going to get rid of that. But because it's mostly wood chip with very little like mulchy other stuff, what would you call it, weeds and that in it, it should hopefully mean, like say the wood chip, I put the wood chip in the compost bin. Hopefully once this is under a bit of weight from the soil, it won't need it'll break down just like the compost. So I'm only putting 3 bags out over here because I already have that, which I'm kind of classing as my 4th bag. Right, that looks good. Let me break out the scissors to get open those compost bags, and then I'll rake it out a little bit to flatten it out. And then that should be another job that I didn't expect to do today complete. Problem with these bags though is they are split open. Try my hardest not to get any plastics to break off into it. So I want to try and keep this as organic as possible. That's bag number 1. On to bag number 2. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed last week's video. It's obviously I had Alfie down with me, so there's a lot more back and forth between us. But I did also, I guess you could. I don't know, some PC, but like you know, I did we did like swear quite a bit in it. Obviously, if you guys don't mind that, I'll continue it. If you guys don't really like that, I will stop doing it. It's completely up to you guys. Yeah, so let me know how you enjoyed that, because if you did enjoy it, I will, not enjoy it, but if it didn't bother you, let me know, so then I can, then I'll continue like that. But I swear quite a lot in person, to be fair. So it's quite hard for me to try and censor myself. But if you guys aren't too bothered by it, I'll continue with it. If you guys are bothered by it, I will stop. Right, last bag of compost and we'll be complete. There we are. That is much better. As I say, let me go and retrieve my rake. We just need to clear these bags up, and then, not sure if you can see it. If you guys can see there, Eleanor has a little flower sprouting. So I'm sure she is going to be very excited to see that. Hopefully more do grow through soon. And as you can see, I have just cleared out the bin bags. So now all I've got to do is rake that, and that'll be my little jobs list done for today. Don't get me wrong, we are far from complete. We've still got so much stuff we need to do. So out there, we need to cut most of that wood chip from the area I cleaned up, or moved the ground sheet from. So we need to get the scaffolding planks. That's it. We need to get the scaffolding planks, start making the beds. So I need to continue shed preparations. There's so much stuff we've got to do. Right, this is like the icing of the cake compared to what we've got to do. So let me grab my rake this, and I reckon I'll call it there. There we go. So this is what I've got a rake. So just gotta make sure I get this gap just where the whatever you call it's called under the pallet. Obviously, this is only oh, that's the last thing I wanted to do. It's only like a rough one for now. Obviously, once we get things planted, all that, I need to turn it a bit more so it mixes in together. So it's just a rough rake. Just want to flatten out a little bit so it looks a bit nicer. That has been a sweat broken and some work done today, hasn't it, guys? Thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, I'll be so grateful if you could leave a like and subscribe. So we're on the road to 100 subscribers at the moment. As of the time of recording this, we are currently on 57. If we can make it to 100 by February, that would be brilliant. I say that, this video is going to be out by February. But if we can make it to 100 subscribers within the next month, I'll be ecstatic. So I know I only started this channel a month ago and we're already on 57 subscribers, and I want to thank each and every single one of you for that. It means a lot to me, and I'm just going to continue growing this channel, growing my crop, and growing as a person. Obviously getting a bit soppy in it. Yeah, so anyway, thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios amigos. I don't know. Deuces.